Okay, so we are back 2026. Happy New Year's, guys. I was supposed to post a lot earlier, but I had nothing to post. That wasn't until a cousin of mine came over, you know what I'm saying, for a sleepover, and then he said, "Oh, let's jam this game, you know what I'm saying, let's try and finish it in the 3 days that I'm here." I was like, "Wait, what game is it?" And he busts out with Far Cry 4. Now, that's a personal favorite of mine. Reason being, okay, I'll get into the reasons later. But out of all the Far Cries that I've played, I haven't played 1, 2, New Dawn, and 6, right? But I have played Primal 3, 4, and 5. So, I'm a bit well versed in the Far Cry world. Now, depending on who you are and how nostalgia hits you, 3 and 4 are really close contenders. My brother did say that New Dawn and 4 were also really close contenders, right? 5, it didn't really hit that well. Not to say that it's a bad game, but I'm just saying, like, the whole for me, like, the whole idea behind Far Cry was like, niggas are trapped in the most, like, exotic or, like, outback countries, and they're fighting the local militia. Now, for the game to be based in America, I forgot what state it was in. I think it was Mississippi, or it was one of those M states. It was one of those M states, you know. But yeah, man, that's where we were. And then yeah, so I played 5. I played Primal. They didn't really measure up. My brother did play 6, and he also says that it doesn't really measure up. So I might just take his word for it, since we have very similar tastes. That's for me personally, not for everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's my take alone. You know what I'm saying? And so now let's get into the meat of it. Why do I like Far Cry 4 so much? Yeah. Reason number one. It's based in this country called Kyrat. I'm not gonna try to say it the way the locals in the game say it, because that feels kind of corny. But it's based in a fictional country called Kyrat. I forget which country it's based on, but it's based on one of the Asian countries, one of the Southern Asian countries. You know what I'm saying, like Nepal or Thailand or something like that. I think it's Thailand for real, because there's a really, it lends heavily from, there's a very serious, like, Himalayas aspect and stuff. You do a lot of missions in the Himalayas, right? The main story of this game is that the main character, Ajay Ghale, or AJ Gale, right? He was born to a freedom fighter, his dad, Mohan Ghale, and this lady, I think it's Ishri or something, Ishari or something like that, Ghale, right? Now, his sister, no, he doesn't have a sister. Sorry, I'm getting confused. His mom, right, was involved with this guy named Pagan Min, right? Pagan Min is the king of Kyrat. Yeah, he's like the main bad guy for the story. So now, Pagan Min, or rather, let me say, Pagan Min was in love with his mom, right? I don't know how she was involved with this guy, whether she loved him back or whether, she was just trying to stay alive. But eventually, she gets with Mohan Ghale, You know what I'm saying? They have a good relationship. Then Ishri, AJ's mom, runs away to America after having given birth to AJ, right? Mohan stays in Kairat, and then now it's fast forward a few years, fast forward a few decades, right? And Ajay is a full grown man, and now his mom dies, and then she's cremated, and her final wish is um that she wants her ashes spread. She wants to go back to Lakshmana, Lakshmana, right? Which is a mountain in the northern region of Kirat or Kairat, right? Now, the moment he lands there, because he has to fly to India and then take a bus to Kairat, and now the moment he lands there, he's intercepted by the royal army, Pagan's men, and on the bus that he was riding were freedom fighters, the Golden Path. So now these guys start fighting, and then they get killed, right? And Ajay and the guy who was taking him into Kirat get taken in by Pagan, right? And so, Pagan's now explaining the story and everything and everything. And that's when you start to realize that, man, this guy's actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so now the guy you entered Kairat with from India, your guide, basically, like your guide, he gets it's revealed that he's a member of the Golden Path as well. And then Pagan takes him into torture for answers, right? And in that moment, you sneak around his house, and then you find other Golden Path people who were there for extraction. They didn't take the guy because he was already like cooked. You know what I'm saying? So they just take you and then you go, right? And that's how you end up involved with these guys initially. And then you don't really join them until you get a bigger picture about your parents' backstory and how your father was the person who founded the Golden Path, right? And how, it's not by chance that your mom sent you back to Kairat knowing the situation that's there, And so that's how the story goes. Now, the importance of this whole situation is that Ajay still wants to spread his mother's ashes, but his mother, the way he wants, his mother wanted her ashes to be spread, is in the northern region of Kairat. Now, the northern region of Kairat is like where Pagans has the strongest and firmest hold, over the country. Like, that's his fortress. You know what I'm saying? So he, if AJ wanted to spread the ashes, he'd have to either go over and join Pagan, right, to gain access to the northern, to Lakshmana, or he'd have to beat back the majority of their forces, maybe even wipe out the royal army in order to, spread the ashes. So he decides to join the royal army. Great, cool. That's the main story, right? I haven't really I finished the game before, but that was a long time ago. And recently I started playing it again, and I haven't really gotten far in the main story because, I'm trying to do all the side quests first. Getting into that, my favorite quest is hostage rescue, because I love using a bow and arrow, you know what I'm saying? And I love, sniping. I don't like rushing in, you know what I'm saying, everyone shooting me and stuff, because I'm not really good at noticing that there are niggas around me. So I end up getting shot from the, you know what I'm saying, I end up getting blindsided and stuff, so it's never a good experience. But when I bust out with the bow's perfectly silent, and it kills in one shot, and you don't the enemies don't notice you. And I also like sniping. sniping is really fun. Sniping is really fun. And then the missions I like the least but can still tolerate is hostage rescue missions. I'm not sorry, not hostage rescue. Eye for eye. An eye for an eye mission is basically this person tells you who they want you to kill, right? And then you have to go there and use the weapon that the mission provided you for you. So like if they want you to use a pistol, you have to kill the person using a pistol. If they want you to use a shotgun, you have to kill the person using a shotgun, and so on and so forth. Now I have a very unique load. Okay, not unique loadout, but I have a loadout like very tailor made to how I play. You know what I'm saying? There's the sniper, there's the shotgun, then there's the SMG, then there's the bow. Now to tell me that I can't use those weapons because there's a chance that I might kill the wrong person and end up having to restart the mission, I don't like that. I still get it done, but I don't like that, right? Now, my favorite aspect of the main story, let me say that. My favorite aspect of the main story is Shangri-La, right? Now, to explain Shangri-La, you have to believe in the lore a bit, right? So, basically, this guy has a house, right? Like the Ghale homestead, where Mohan Ghale used to stay, right? And so in that Ghale homestead, there was a tanka, right? So basically that's like a tunic, tapestry and whatnot, right? And so on that tapestry, actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, on that tapestry, right? It depicts like different stories and different lores. Now, the tanka in the Ghale homestead in particular depicted the story of Shangri-La, right? Now, what is Shangri-La? Shangri-La is it's a lost paradise, right? That's what the actual Shangri-La is, not in the context of the game, right? And now they send you to find the first. Now it's revealed that the tanka was taken and ripped apart and spread across the land, right? Now it's up to you to like gather the pieces and bring them back to the household, right? And now when you get the first piece, or when you get pieces, right, your soul is basically like transported back into the past, into one of your ancestors, right? And your ancestor is a young warrior, right, whose king sent him to go and find Shangri-La. But now the thing is, Shangri-La has been tainted by evil forces. Now it's up to your ancestor to purge all the evil from Shangri-La. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like my favorite aspect of the main story. Like just going back into the past, you know what I'm saying? Killing demons and shit. Like it's just so, I don't know, it just has such a vibe about it, right? And then the last aspect that I really like in the game is the looting, right? Looting and like crafting and stuff, right? And also liberating belt houses. But okay, let me get to that. Looting. First and foremost, when you kill someone, you can loot their body, you know what I'm saying, for extra income, which is really useful because like if you just loot every person you take down, you're gonna get like, it's going to build up fast, you know what I'm saying? And I really like that. And then the crafting, the idea that I have to like, rather than, fulfilling certain conditions or like what, I can just go around like fresh out the gate, just go around killing the necessary animals and then crafting the stuff that I need to craft, like weapons holster, wallet, loot bag, big bag, heavy ammo bag, quiver, all that stuff, right? And then another aspect that I really fuck with is bell towers and outposts, right? So build towers every time you want a new section of your map, because your map is like covered in a cloud, right? And now every time you want a new section of your map to be revealed, you have to go and hijack a bell tower, right? So bell towers are basically what they use to like um emit radio frequencies, you know what I'm saying? Like all the radio stuff, all the stuff that you hear on your radio and stuff like that comes from a bell tower. So you have to go and hijack those, right? And now the more fast travel points you want on the map, the more outposts you have to defeat. And like, yeah, man, that has to be like one of my favorite aspects of the game. It's really nice, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's something to do other than the main story. I like that they give you so much to do other than just main story, main story, main story, main story, main story. Like, but they still give you the option of just going main story. It's not like you have to finish all these quests, or you have to finish the quest as you go along the main story. Now you don't have to do that. And the one makes it even better is that even the guns, they give you the option of, okay, liberate this amount of build towers, or unlock it naturally using the campaign, by completing campaign missions. And like, I rate that so much. I think I'm gonna be playing this game for a while. I've been playing it for like what? I have like 14 hours total playtime so far, and I'm like 30% done with the story, or I'm at 30% completion. I don't think I'm gonna reach 100. I'm not even gonna try. There's like too much stuff in the game, but it is tough. Like, I like the game, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Like and subscribe, I guess.